All right, at 7 o'clock, I'd like to call the Board of Selectmen meeting for January 24th, 2020 to order. If you wouldn't mind, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So the meeting for February 24. To have a roll call.
Kathy Tendrich.
Kevin Cunningham.
Arcady.
And item C is to approve the meeting minutes from the 10th February. Had a chance to read through. If there's any corrections?
I just have a question.
Sure.
Regarding public comment, where it's stated regarding that the roof, the highway roof is going back out to bid again.
Yep.
How can that happen when that bid has already been awarded?
Yep.
It seems to me that the legal way to do that, because it's already been put out there, what the bid prices were. So wouldn't the bidder that, the low bidder that supposedly made a mistake have to withdraw his bid and then it would go to the lowest bidder?
Right.
It doesn't seem like you can go back out to bid legally because it has already been presented to the public and awarded.
The award that came through was obviously a mistake on the bidder's part. So we had talked about it and went to put it back out to bid. This time we were putting it with a bid bond because that's what we didn't do last time. So we're going to follow that process. And
But I don't understand how that, it still doesn't make it legal. He would have to withdraw his bid and then it would go to the lowest bidder. You can't, once the bid has been awarded, I don't believe you can go back out to bid just because he made a mistake.
well, the town does have a right to refuse, and that's what we've done at that time.
But you didn't refuse. You actually, at the meeting, both of you said that if, and I had said to you, I don't believe that's correct. Both of you, in your comment, Kevin, was, it doesn't matter if this is the price he put, this is the price that he'll have to abide by. So, I don't
Without a bid bond, we don't have any stand with that. Had we had a bid bond, we could have actually held him to it or gone to the next one. Without a bid bond, we don't have standing.
I still think that you may want to get legal advice on that. I think it could be an issue.
Okay. I'll look into it. Do you want to make any amendments to that, or we're just asking for follow-up?
Just follow up on
Okay.
that, please.
So on item C, to approve the minutes, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, item D, public comment. Everybody here for public comment tonight? Hearing none, we go into old business, which we have none at this point. And then item F, which is new business. There is one item here for consideration and acting on adopting a resolution for a regional performance incentive program grant with the state of Connecticut through NECOG. If you've read through the packet, NECOG has two items in there for us for review. One of them is the proposal to addressing a study of a regional environmental depot and the expansion and renovation of the regional animal services. Those are the ones that we were presented. And reading through both of those, one is funded for, if they were to get the monies for that, the regional environmental depot analysis is $95,000. And the other one is again through NECOG, and that is for regional animal services facility enhancement for $1 million.
So my question, Kevin, is would there be any extra charge because the town already pays NECOG? Would there be because of this additional charge? And I know that in the resolution it says that the $95,000 there would be a 20% match from NECOG. would they expect the towns
Not,
to?
not for the town.
Okay, so there would not be
No.
any
That
extra
was just a
cost.
grant.
And then when it comes to animal control, I know that they had a grant and they lost it. Are you looking to go animal control with NEPA?
No, but it gives
or-
them an opportunity
Right.
to regionalize in other
Okay.
towns, that's fine.
Okay.
Where does that person stand if we don't regionalize with them?
Well, we don't have to. At any time, you don't have to regionalize with any of those items.
So no cost.
There's no cost to the town.
If we did at some point want to regionalize, is there a cost? Would our
For any
fee go up to
services,
them?
well, for any services that you take on, they
Okay,
have
so
a
you-
fee.
Okay, so we got the first one?
Yep.
The environmental depot?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're still looking into it, doing analysis on where they might be able to put it, and that's why there's a grant available for looking into it.
Mhm.
Because there was originally a grant to have that station go into Brooklyn.
Right, I noticed in there adding to that,
Mm-hmm.
right, and being more conservative, I'm thinking, well, why do you need another
It's
survey?
Oh, no, that's,
two separate
That's-
resolutions.
Well, I realize that, but this one's for the environmental depot.
but that's to do a study. They lost that grant money, so that is just to do a study now.
It's to do a study on a bigger facility,
Hey, so-
not just a waste, I mean, a
Right, to
hazardous
offer
waste.
classes and stuff. Yep.
Right, right. So,
Okay.
as far as that, you know,
Mhm.
I guess I'm not for it because I think all we need is for the hazardous waste, like they were going for, the one they lost, the 708,000,
Right. The indoor facility?
yeah. So now they're going for a feasibility study for 95 to see if they can do that, plus a building for classes to teach people about environmental issues, which we should be doing on a local level anyway. Since, you know, we're just throwing another 95,000 at something.
But that's grant money, and
Mhm.
and this is
Well, it's
just
still
my
taxpayers'
opinion on
money.
that. In order for us, and Kevin, you might have done this, I think, when you were
I
in
was, yeah.
for us to do a hazardous waste day, it's like $25,000.
Well, I'm in agreement with the hazardous waste.
So this is
Facility.
just
Yeah.
a study, and it's grant money, so if I read it correctly, there's no cost to us to do the study.
Well, the rest of the taxpayer, 95,000.
No, that's grant money that NECOG is going to apply
Where are they
for.
getting that from?
That's coming
From the
from,
state of Connecticut? Federal government? Either way, it's our tax dollars at work.
Well, that might have to go somewhere anyway. It's a grant from.
Grants available, they're gonna go for it. And the cost for, currently the cost for a hazardous waste day in the town of Plainfield, I've already looked up, is about $17,500. And so I'm still gonna go to NECOG and ask if there's other towns that would like to share that cost and do it as a one-time or so, but that's still yet to be determined. This is just the analysis, so,
Mhm.
No, I understand that.
okay.
I know. I understand it. I just think, it seems like a lot. Then my only other question about this would be, do we need 2 resolutions?
It's all adopted on a single.
It seems like each one needs a resolution.
There was a draft given to us by NECOG, and it really covers both of them within that.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions or discussion?
I have one on this,
The second one?
yeah, on the
Animal?
the animal control. Second paragraph down. They said, there's a problem because it's on the town of Killingly property. Let's trying to clarify it, maybe.
They have a little bit more space where they are right now, but they'd have to reconfigure that. And other than that, they'd have to look at what is being proposed and where else it might be housed. In other words, most of the issues that they've had in the past have been spacing. They're pretty full all the time, so they usually look for a secondary or even a third site where they can actually house and support. But that means you have to have staff at all of those places,
Mhm.
so.
Okay. I just didn't know where it was a problem that it was on property of the town of Killingly.
Well, that's why they have it now in ECOG.
So they want to move it.
Well, you might want
You
to
know, say that.
restructure what they have right now too.
Okay. As it says, that's the major impediment
Mm-hmm.
in moving forward, is that it's on town killing the property.
Well, they're looking to buy the property too. So that's another
Need
step.
copies
Yes.
from the town. All right.
Yep.
All right. Okay. That's all my questions then.
All right.
So I would make a motion to act on adopting a resolution for the Regional Performance Incentive Program grant with the state of Connecticut through NECOG.
Motion by Kathy, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 2 is consider an act on adding a new member to the Charter Revision Commission. You see in item 2, we had a letter that was sent in, be added on to the Charter Revision Commission at this time, so I want to know what your pleasure was.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to add Raj Shivik to the Charter Revision Commission.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 At this time, I'd like to ask and entertain a motion to add items 3 and 4 onto the agenda. Item 3 is consider an act on adding 2 members to the Advisory Building Committee. And item 4 would be to consider an act on adding a new member to the Economic Development Committee.
I'll
So-
make that motion.
Okay.
Yeah. Question?
Nope, go ahead.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made. I'll second.
I'll second.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
I'll second
You'll
that.
second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, so item 3 is to motion, and add item 3 on it, to consider an act on adding 2 members to the Advisory Building Committee. These just came in, that's why I wanted to bring them up, instead of waiting 2 more weeks, so we can get started with that committee. It is Advisory Committee, and there are 2 names that we have in front of us on my packet for you. We mentioned this before. Paul Young wanted to be added onto that committee to help evaluate the municipal buildings that we have. And Ron Roberts, who also wanted to be added onto the building committee. So those are 2 people that said they'd like to add their names in. And we talked about that before. We would like to get a good round cross informational items that like we talked about building committee, having a person from fire marshal looking at all of these items as well, because they have a different viewpoint on it. So I thought that would be a good idea. And Ron Roberts, with his E&G background, to also help and add to what we could add for maintenance items. So I thought that would also be another good addition. You have that in front of you. Any other questions?
Make a motion that we accept them.
Motion to accept
Paul Young and Ron Roberts, the building committee.
advisory board.
Advice.
All right, so
I'll
motion.
second that to appoint Paul Yellen and Rod Roberts to the Advisory Building Committee.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The 4th one is there's another person who would like to be a member of the Economic Development Commission. We have a opening on there for a Republican. The term would start tomorrow and then would run through to January 2nd of 23.
January 2nd, was that what you said?
Yep, January
23.
Yep, 23. So in your packet on number 4, you have now June Gagnon, who would put her name in for the Republican appointee for that position. And we're still looking for one more person after that, so.
Any party.
And that one's the end
Last
part.
one, any
Yeah.
party.
So I'll make a motion to appoint June Gagnon to the Economic Development Commission with her term starting 2/25/20 and ending on January 2nd, 23.
I'll second that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 I'll abstain.
Okay. And there's other. We're going to the other at this point. The other item, unfortunately, there was a letter for resignation from the committees because the gentleman moved out of town. So Bill Knight, who had put his name forth and was on the Charter Revision Commission, has moved out of town, so therefore he knows he can no longer be on any boards and committees, and he put a letter of resignation. So there's no action to be taken here other than he's put a resignation and it's going to the town clerk's office. And that's it. Any other?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
7:15. We have another meeting coming up right away. That is the Water Pollution Control Authority. And I'm going to call this meeting to order at 7:15 for the Water Pollution Control Authority, February 24th, 2020. And we'll call it to order, and now roll call.
Kathy Tender.
Art Gagnon.
And there is the minutes from the December 23rd. Entertain a motion to accept unless there's any discussion on any items.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from December 23rd, 2019.
I'll second that.
And any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 On new business, we'd like to go into executive session. We need to do some discussion on concerning appointment, employment, performance evaluation, health, and dismissal of public official or employee, provided that such individual may require that discussion be held in an open meeting. I would entertain a motion at this point to go into executive session and ask that Jay Young and Stephanie Baldino please come with us. Is that for all three? So, do I hear a motion to go into executive session with those,
I'll make a motion to go into executive session
with Jay Young and Stephanie Baldino?
with Jay Young and Stephanie Baldino, and the Board of Selectmen.
And the Board of Selectmen, of course.
I'll second that.
That's it, right?
Water Pollution Control Authority, I'm sorry, yeah. All right, motion and a second, and we'll be going to executive session at 7:17. All right, at this time, we entertain a motion to come out of executive session at 7:33.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session at 7, did you say 33?
33, yeah.
At 7:33.
And I'll second that.
Motion and second. There was no other action taken within the executive session. There was no action taken at all in the executive session, so we are now out of the executive session. We have other at this point. There is no other at this point, so we can go to open forum. That's it. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
No invitation. Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
And a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.